I knew what I wanted. I knew what I want to transmit, or what people will feel when they saw my packaging. I also wanted very Y2K, that like it's very my style, but and with my daughter's opinions also, because she's the twin, because it was not for me, but I did something that I really loved. Like I would love to have this when I was a kid. For me, it's like it's super cool. And yeah, and she knows how to make real the dreams that I have. Like all my ideas, she put it into reality very good. So I work always with her. I call her and we work together. I say, okay, I want this, because first I started with another designer, because budget wise, I was very she charges what she like deserves, because she's the best, but I didn't have the budget, so I started with other people in Venezuela that they're good, but when I did everything that I was like doing the samples and the testing of the printing, the bottles, it was already called Pipa with the emoji and the eye like this. I wanted to do something that was whatever you will see this emoji, you say, okay, that's Pipa, like the Target sign or the Lululemon sign. I wanted to do something like that that had feelings, and every bottle has a different kind of face, everything. No, that was like my main idea. You could see, and all the bottles have different type of emojis. Like after we'll do something with emotions. I know we have a long way to go, but when I did it first, it was very techy. Like the words was very like computerized and everything. And when I printed and the colors, I wanted to do a check first with my designer, with Anna, that she's the one that does it right now. And when she saw it, she said, "Okay, you need to do this. This cannot be done. This is not good for shelves. This," and it was all like wrong. The idea was good. She told me, but everything like designer wise. What? So the in Venezuela with something, I don't know, Cory, you can tell it in English. Lo barato sale caro. Like
Ah, yeah.
kind
Ah,
if you go with something
there
cheap.
is a saying in English, but I can't remember right now. Like save a penny to, whatever is cheap ends up being more expensive in the end. I can't remember the saying for it in English right now, but yeah.
So well, I had to look for money from my sister-in-law to pay her, because I didn't have at that time. And I asked my sister-in-law, please, I need to borrow some money to pay Anna, because she's the best and I need to do this like the right way. And yeah, she lent me the money so I could pay Anna to make these designs. And yeah, I'm grateful for her that I could do that, because it's not this, it wouldn't be the same, or we wouldn't get this far without her.
Yeah, so the saying I think you were thinking of was save a penny, spend a dollar, which is,
Yes.
yeah, which can be true in so many regards.
Yeah.
So again, like the packaging, looking at it now, it's very much on point. Like I could see, the age group, the tweens really gravitating to it and being like, oh, that's my brand, that's made for me. But you even went a step further because you're still really concerned, or not concerned, but interested in the sustainability of your packaging, which is something that is really important to myself and the audience. So you're actually members of Clean Hub, helping to protect oceans from plastic waste. So tell me, why was sustainability such a core value from the start?
Well, I think it's pretty simple. It doesn't make sense for us to try to protect our kids and our kids collectively. So not only like ours, but kids out there, tweens out there, their health, their hormones, and what they're put on their body if we're not doing something also to protect the planet. It doesn't match. You can't have one without the other. Plus, not only our generation, but their generation is very conscious and very conscious about what's around them. Like I just remember my daughter when she was 5, seeing litter like on the side of the highway, even though in Massachusetts we have very little, and asking me like, who can I write a letter to? If I tell you, can you write a letter? Because there shouldn't be litter. That's really bad for the animals. So like we that generation thinks that way instinctively, and we just want for everything to make sense, and we feel it wouldn't make sense otherwise because our products, they do come in plastic packaging, also because they're for kids. Honestly, it is the safest. You don't want, I mean, it's meant for tweens, but sometimes people get it for 5-year-olds. And I know my 5-year-old has dropped our bottles. I don't want her dropping a glass bottle. So it does make sense for it to be plastic. It's recyclable plastic. But this is just a way to, while selling products that do come in plastic, still contributing to not only the environment and protecting the oceans, but also the economies of those countries where they process the plastic, where they recover it. It generates jobs. So it's just, all in all, it just makes sense with our brand and company values.
So it really speaks to me at a deeply core level because, again, when I was in my tweens, I was introduced to PETA. So I started learning about testing on animals and things like that. And I remember being so horrified at first, thinking, adults know this is going on. People that know this is going on. Why is this okay? And I love now that we're teaching children at a younger age what that means, like what cruelty free means, giving them I guess not alternate lifestyles, but information that they could make other choices. Like this is what a burger is. It is a cow. Or do you choose to eat it? And then the same thing with ingredients and also skincare. Like they get to choose what they're going to use. Like this is the best thing for you. This is what it means to be sulfate, paraben free, cruelty free. And then kids can learn that and it becomes more, I think, in a conversation that not suddenly later in life you're like, oh, well, I guess there's nothing we could do because that's the way we've already done. And I think they're going to be the change makers, the real change makers. So as we're figuring out well, how do we use less plastic or how do we do this and that? It is your kids and my kids and my family, my nieces and nephews that are going to figure all this out because they have been brought up knowing about it from a younger age. And I love that. And I love that that was all on your packaging too. So I did just want to mention that really quickly because again, I love that you're really reaching out to that tween audience to teach them, how to take care of their bodies and their skin better.